The pink pill is the pink pill now. Put your piggies up now, up now, up. Live well to the extreme now. Put your pinkies up now, up now, up.
Hey, it's Pinky. You're on the Pink Pill YouTube channel. Be a love and like, share, and subscribe. Pinkies up.
Hi everyone. Okay, so Black Twitter and Black Instagram is again all in a tizzy over a new celebrity kissing a white guy. This is the one Mogan version of Black Twitter and Black Instagram becoming outraged because a black woman kissed a fine white man. So I don't want to really get into the details of it. Paris Milan this morning did quite a good background of the overall commentary, the background about Keke, more tea about who the man she was kissing. So I would definitely go check out that video. But I want to talk about one particular comment that really got my attention and what we really need to unpack. There was one comment in particular, and I'm summarizing, that of course we want Keke to be happy, but this is uncomfortable. This is uncomfortable because black love should be preserved at all costs. I want you guys to think about that statement for a second. And of course, this is a woman who's saying that black love should be preserved at all costs. And I really want to unpack what the cost really is for black women, what the cost really is for us, because it often comes at a great cost. Let's talk about Keke for a second. Once again, the black community is using an unambiguously black woman to be the sacrifice for the community so that we can feel secure in our notions about the existence of black love. Now, Keke Palmer has dated men, mostly black men from what I can see. She has been a fierce advocate of Black Lives Matter. She has been a supportive of black people, and she has definitely made her political positions known, and they've been overwhelmingly in support of black people. Now, does that mean that her politics and advocacy for black people must now extend into her personal relationships, particularly who she picks to be in a relationship with, what race that man is? Let's just be honest. Keke Palmer is a pretty dark-skinned black woman who is pretty much to other black men regular schmegular. She's not exotic. She's not light. She doesn't have that quote-unquote good hair. She is not a Kim Kardashian type of looking person, and she's sexy, but she's pretty conservative. She's definitely got the sweet girl, nice girl, girl next door vibe. And quite frankly, what we're seeing in the media is that black men like that are not checking for her. They say, oh yeah, she's cute, but yeah, she all right, but let me go chase this woman over here. And so, like so many other black women in the past who have given into this social pressures to be only solely race loyal to black men, the cost then is not counted. The costs are not counted because they are irrelevant. Black women are supposed to endure all. We are supposed to be patient, build a brother up, be hypogamous, meaning date below us. I'm not saying I know what's going on with this particular white guy. I'm not sure if he's got tons of money, but the fact of the matter is that she seems to be pretty content, and the very idea that she is content with someone who is not of her shared race is making people uncomfortable and giving people the impression that she's not completely for the black race because she's not with a black man. And I've said this for years. Just because you're dating a non-black man or you're married to a non-black person does not mean that you're not black anymore. It does not erase your blackness. In fact, black folks love to remind you that you're black, especially if you are in an interracial relationship. It is not Keke Palmer's obligation to promote black love at all costs. Keke, that's not your responsibility, boo. But let's talk about what it costs black women when we self-segregate our love lives. Well, the first thing is that it can be a financial sacrifice. Many black women are with men who are less educated. They aren't making the same amount of money. Most black women are the high wage earners in the household, and that is statistically backed up. So being black love only can have a huge financial cost. The financial cost is also the fact that we have the highest out of wedlock rate of all races of people in America. Raising a child on your own, raising children on your own, has a tremendous financial cost on black women. The fact that we have the lowest marriage rates, the fact that women of Keke's skin tone get married the least over lighter skinned black women, also statistically backed up. So our marriage prospects are lower, and because our marriage prospects are lower, this of course affects our financial outcomes. Ralph Richard Banks, in his book, Is Marriage for White People, said that who you marry has the biggest impact on your financial outlook for the rest of your life. That means that we have very little that we can lose when it comes to picking a partner. And then let's talk about the cost to our choices in romance. Also a statistical fact, black men intermarry at twice the rate when they're just quote unquote regular schmegular, but when they are part of an elite group of black men who are college educated, who are making over $50,000 a year, when they do marry, they marry at 3 times the rate non-black women. And even out of those numbers, the marriage rates for black men are categorically the lowest out of all races of men. But again, this particular commenter is putting the onus on black women to carry black love and promote black love at all costs. When we talk about muling for the community, I want you guys to understand that it is oftentimes the women that put you in that place, who have those expectations of you, that you are not to leave, that you are to be the, what Kendall St. Charles says, the designated survivor for the group, and that your personal happiness is not as important as promoting an ideal that, quite frankly, is full of potential pitfalls. Now, is Crystalline saying that black love is impossible? Absolutely not. My brother is married to a beautiful black woman. He's been married to her for 10 years, and he's a great husband. They have a child, and they're doing great. But the fact of the matter is this: it's not the norm. Most black people are not marrying. And when we do get married, we have the highest divorce rate. So when you combine the fact that we have the lowest marriage rates and the highest divorce rates, the odds truly are not in our favor. And unless you want to start playing Hunger Games Black Love Edition, you really need to start making some tough decisions about who you're going to choose as a mate. So, what else do we lose when we make Black love the priority at all costs? We lose our power. We lose our power in that we have told the world that our primary and only focus for romantic partners are Black men and that no other men need apply. So what you're essentially saying is that Black men really don't have to compete, that you're going to stick around and that no matter what, you're staying where you are. What motivation is that to a man to want to be the best mate possible for you? When he knows that you're always going to be there, when you are like that chicken soup in the cupboard that has been there for the last 2 years, you know when you're starving and you don't have anything else to eat, that it's there, but it's not really your first choice. You'd rather go shopping for something you really want to eat. That's really what you're saying, that you are the backup chicken soup in the back of the cupboard. You abdicate your power and your leverage as a Black woman because you have eliminated your power of choice. It also is a huge cost to our dignity. Now, if we say to Black men that you are the only ones for us, that makes us so vulnerable to be degraded, to be set aside, to be taken for granted, and to have others elevated above us. And you see that every day. It seems like every week there's some new celebrity, some new rapper who's coming out talking about how Black women are less than. They're just not exciting. Why are we not exciting? Because we're always there. We're the chicken soup in the back of the cupboard. And they really want to see what else is out there. Now, if that chicken soup had legs and was able to open the cupboard and then walk away to find out someone else who might be hungry and may want it, that chicken soup might just actually do that. But what we do is we open the cage. We literally open a cage with a key. The key is all the information that you know. You literally walk into a cage with the key that you have options, that there are other men who are potential candidates. And you walk into that cage with the key of information, lock it, and then throw the key away. That's what you do. That is the cost to you. And every day, millions of Black women are walking into the cage with the key of information and throwing it away. And they're sitting there in that cage waiting to be rescued by quote unquote hashtag Black love. And so I would say to this, Black love to be protected at all costs, consider the cost. And Keke, it's not your obligation to be the avatar of Black love so that other people feel comfortable. It is your life and only your life to live. Live it and be happy with whichever race that treats you the best. And please choose the best man for the job, regardless of his color. You're still young, you can still play, but in the end, I hope that you take my advice, and everyone else who is listening to the sound of my voice, to choose the best man for the job. I'm Crystalline Karazin. Please make sure that you like this video, share, and subscribe. Until next time, pinkies up.